Self-discipline is not about being harsh on yourself. It's not about waking up at 4 a.m., cutting out everything you enjoy, or forcing motivation when you don't feel it. Self-discipline is about building a system that works even when motivation disappears. Right now, most people believe one wrong idea. If I were more disciplined, my life would be better. But the truth is the opposite. Your life doesn't improve because you have discipline. You develop discipline because your life structure supports it. In this video, you'll learn how to build self-discipline step by step in a way that feels natural, sustainable, and realistic. No extreme routines, no unrealistic habits, no pressure-based systems. By the end of this video, you'll understand why discipline fails for most people, how discipline actually works in the brain, how to build discipline even if you feel lazy, distracted, or inconsistent, and how small daily systems quietly create powerful self-control. Watch this video till the end, because every step builds on the previous one. If you skip steps, discipline collapses. But if you follow them in order, discipline becomes automatic. Section 1. What self-discipline really is, and what it is not. Self-discipline is often misunderstood. People think discipline means forcing yourself to do hard things, fighting your mind every day, depending on willpower, but real discipline doesn't feel like constant struggle. True self-discipline means doing the right thing without internal conflict, reducing friction, not increasing pressure, designing your environment to support good behavior. If discipline feels exhausting, it's not discipline, it's resistance. Highly disciplined people don't wake up motivated every day. They simply remove unnecessary decisions from their lives. Discipline is not about trying harder. It's about designing smarter. Section 2. Why willpower always fails. Willpower is limited. Every decision you make during the day drains mental energy. What to wear, what to eat, what to focus on, what to ignore. By the time most people want to be disciplined, their mental energy is already empty. That's why you start the day strong. You lose focus later. You promise to improve tomorrow. Discipline that relies on the willpower will always break. Self-discipline must be built, not forced. Section 3. The Discipline Pyramid, Core Framework. Think of self-discipline as a pyramid with 4 levels: identity, environment, systems, habits. Most people try to fix habits first. That's why they fail. You cannot sustain habits without systems. You cannot sustain systems without environment. You cannot sustain environment without identity. We will build discipline from the bottom up the right way. Section 4. Step 1. Identity comes first. Your behavior follows your identity. If you see yourself as, "I'm not consistent, I lack discipline, I always quit," your brain will protect that identity. Instead of saying, "I want to be disciplined," say, "I am someone who follows through." Identity-based discipline works because your brain wants consistency. You act in alignment with self-image. Discipline becomes natural. Small actions reinforce identity. Identity reinforces future actions. This is the loop that creates lasting self-discipline. Section 5. Step 2. Remove the need for discipline. Here's a powerful truth. The most disciplined people need discipline the least. They don't rely on self-control. They remove temptation. Examples: phone not in the bedroom, notifications turned off, clear workspace, fixed routines. If something requires discipline every time, it will eventually fail. Design your life so the right action is the easiest action. Section 6. Environment shapes behavior more than motivation. Your environment silently controls you. The food you see is what you eat. The apps you open are what you use. The people around you influence your behavior. Change your environment before changing yourself. Simple examples: keep distractions out of reach. Keep tools visible. Keep routines predictable. Environment beats motivation every time. Section 7. Step 3. Build systems, not goals. Goals are temporary. Systems are permanent. Goals depend on future motivation. Systems work in the present moment. Instead of, I will work harder, use, I work for 60 minutes every morning at the same time. Systems remove decision fatigue. Systems create consistency. Consistency creates discipline. Section 8. The 2-minute rule, discipline starter. Discipline begins with starting. Make every habit easy to begin, impossible to fail. If a task feels heavy, shrink it. Examples: read 1 page, write 1 sentence, work for 2 minutes. Starting builds momentum. Momentum builds discipline. Section 9. Why consistency beats intensity. Discipline grows through repetition, not effort. One small action daily is more powerful than rare intense effort. Short-term motivation bursts. Consistency trains the brain to expect action. When action becomes expected, discipline becomes automatic. Section 10. Emotional regulation. Discipline. Most discipline problems are emotional problems. People quit because of stress, overwhelm, self-doubt. Discipline improves when you manage emotions, not suppress them. Calm focus beats forced effort. Section 11. Discipline is a skill, not a trait. No one is born disciplined. Discipline is learned through structure, repetition, feedback. If discipline failed before, it wasn't because you were weak. It was because the system was wrong. Part 1. Closing. Retention hook. So far you've learned why willpower fails, how identity shapes discipline, why environment matters more than motivation, how systems replace effort. But this is just the foundation. In Part 2, we'll go deeper into daily discipline routines, how to stay disciplined when motivation drops, how to recover after failure, how disciplined people think differently. Part 2. Daily structure, consistency recovery. Section 12. Discipline is built in ordinary days. Most people think discipline is proven on big days, big goals, big challenges, big pressure moments, but discipline is actually built on ordinary, boring days. The days when nothing exciting happens, motivation is low, results feel far away. These days decide everything. If you can show up on ordinary days, discipline becomes automatic on difficult days. Discipline is not about heroic effort, it's about reliable presence. Section 13. The power of fixed daily anchors. Disciplined people structure their days around anchors. Anchors are non-negotiable actions that happen at the same time every day. Examples: morning focus session, evening reflection, fixed sleep time. Anchors create rhythm. Rhythm reduces resistance. Resistance kills discipline. When your brain knows what comes next, it stops negotiating. Section 14. Why decision fatigue destroys discipline. Every unnecessary decision weakens discipline. What to work on? When to start? How long to continue? Disciplined people pre-decide. They decide time, place, duration. This removes mental friction. Discipline increases when thinking decreases. Section 15. Create a minimum standard day. Perfection kills discipline. Instead, create a minimum standard day. Ask, what is the smallest version of success I will accept? Examples: 10 minutes of focused work, 1 completed task, 1 positive habit. Even bad days count. This prevents all or nothing thinking, quitting after failure, guilt-based cycles. Minimum standards protect consistency. Section 16. Discipline and energy management. Low energy looks like lack of discipline, but it's not. Discipline collapses when sleep is inconsistent, nutrition is poor, mental overload is constant. Energy comes before discipline. You cannot discipline an exhausted mind. Protect sleep routines, breaks, recovery time. Sustainable discipline is energy aware. Section 17. The role of boredom in discipline. Boredom is not the enemy. Distraction is. Most people escape boredom instantly. Disciplined people stay with it. Boredom trains focus, patience, emotional control. When you stop running from boredom, discipline strengthens. Section 18. How to stay disciplined. When motivation drops, motivation will drop. That's guaranteed. The disciplined response is not to push harder. It's to reduce difficulty. Lower time, intensity, expectations, never lower consistency. Consistency is sacred, intensity is optional.
Section 19. Discipline after failure, most important skill. Failure is not the problem. Delay is. Most people fail once and stop entirely. Disciplined people fail and return immediately. The rule: never miss twice. One missed day is an event. 2 missed days become a pattern. Fast recovery protects discipline more than perfection.
Section 20. Remove emotional judgment from discipline. Discipline fails when tied to self-worth. Avoid thinking, I'm lazy, I'm weak, I always fail. Use neutral language. That system didn't work. I need to adjust. I'll restart now. Discipline improves with clarity, not criticism. Section 21. Discipline is built through trust. Every time you keep a small promise, follow a simple routine, show up consistently, you build self-trust. Self-trust is the real source of discipline. When you trust yourself, discipline feels natural. Section 22. How disciplined people think differently. They don't ask, do I feel like it? Am I motivated? They ask, what's the next small action? What does the system say? Thinking less creates consistency. Consistency creates discipline. Section 23. The compound effect of discipline. Discipline compounds quietly. You won't feel results immediately. Others won't notice early. But weeks of consistency become months. Months become identity. Identity becomes freedom. Discipline doesn't change your life overnight. It changes your direction permanently. Part 2. Closing. Retention hook. So far, you've learned how daily structure builds discipline, why energy matters more than force, how to stay consistent when motivation drops, how disciplined people recover quickly. But we're not done. In Part 3, we'll cover advanced discipline systems, how to stay disciplined long-term, discipline in work, focus, and habits, how to make discipline effortless. Part 3, advanced systems, focus, long-term control. Part 3, advanced systems, focus, long-term control. Section 24, discipline is a system, not willpower. One of the biggest myths about discipline is that it depends on willpower. Willpower is unreliable. It changes with mood, energy, and stress. Disciplined people do not rely on willpower. They rely on systems. A system decides when you act, what you act on, how long you act. When the system is clear, discipline becomes automatic. Section 25. Design your environment for discipline. Your environment controls your behavior more than motivation ever will. If distractions are close, discipline becomes harder. If tools are ready, discipline becomes easier. Examples: phone away during focus time, workspace clean and prepared, notifications limited. You don't need more self-control. You need fewer temptations. Section 26. The discipline loop. Trigger, action, reward. Psychology shows that habits follow a loop. Trigger: a specific time, place, or signal. Action: the behavior you want to repeat. Reward: a small sense of completion or progress. Discipline strengthens when this loop is consistent. The reward doesn't need to be big, it just needs to be immediate. Section 27. Why starting is harder than continuing. The hardest part of discipline is starting. Once you start, resistance drops, focus increases, momentum builds. That's why disciplined people focus on starting rituals. Examples: opening the notebook, setting a timer, sitting at the desk. Once the ritual begins, the action follows naturally. Section 28. Use time blocks, not to-do lists. To-do lists create pressure. Time blocks create structure. Instead of asking, what should I do? You decide, at this time, I do this. Time blocks remove choice. Less choice means more discipline. Even short blocks work. Consistency matters more than length. Section 29. Discipline and focus are connected. Discipline without focus feels exhausting. Focus without discipline is unstable. Protect focus by single tasking, limiting inputs, creating quiet spaces. When focus improves, discipline feels easier. Section 30. The myth of perfect discipline. No one is disciplined all the time. Even highly disciplined people miss days, feel resistance, need breaks. The difference is how fast they return. Discipline is about return speed, not perfection. Section 31. How to discipline your attention. Attention is your most valuable resource. If attention is scattered, discipline collapses. Train attention by limiting multitasking, finishing one thing at a time, reducing constant stimulation. A calm mind supports disciplined behavior. Section 32. Discipline in work and productivity. In work, discipline means starting on time, finishing key tasks, avoiding unnecessary delays. You don't need to work longer, you need to work more intentionally. Clear priorities strengthen discipline. Section 33. Emotional discipline. Hidden strength. Emotional reactions destroy discipline. When emotions control actions, consistency breaks, decisions weaken, progress slows. Emotional discipline means pausing before reacting, acting based on plan, not mood, staying calm under pressure. This skill improves all other forms of discipline. Section 34. Discipline and identity. The strongest discipline comes from identity. Instead of saying, "I want to be disciplined," disciplined people think, "I am someone who shows up." Identity-based discipline lasts longer. Every small action reinforces identity. Identity reinforces behavior. Section 35. Long-term discipline requires simplicity. Complex systems fail. Simple systems survive. If discipline feels heavy, simplify. Fewer habits, clear routines, shorter sessions. Simplicity reduces resistance. Section 36. When discipline feels impossible. Sometimes discipline feels impossible. That doesn't mean you are failing. It means energy is low, expectations are too high, systems need adjustment. Lower the load. Keep the habit alive. Discipline survives through flexibility. Part 3. Closing. Strong retention hook. Now you understand why systems beat willpower, how environment shapes discipline, how focus and attention support discipline, why identity makes discipline permanent. But one critical part remains. In Part 4, we will cover discipline during stress and pressure, how to maintain discipline for years, turning discipline into freedom, not force, final mindset shifts that lock everything in. Part 4. Discipline under pressure, long-term mastery. Section 37. Discipline during stressful times. True discipline is tested during stress. When things feel easy, discipline is simple. When pressure appears, discipline weakens. Stress reduces. Focus, patience, decision quality. That's why discipline during stress must be simpler, not stronger. During stressful days, reduce task size. Focus on essentials. Keep routines short. Even small actions protect discipline during hard moments. Section 38. The minimum discipline rule. On difficult days, follow one rule. Never break the chain completely. If your normal routine feels heavy, do 20% instead of 100%. Show up briefly. Keep the habit alive. Discipline survives through continuity, not intensity. Section 39. Discipline and energy. Management. Discipline fails when energy is ignored. Energy comes from sleep, nutrition, mental rest, emotional balance. You don't need unlimited energy, you need stable energy. Protecting energy protects discipline. Section 40. Why discipline feels like freedom, eventually. At first, discipline feels restrictive. Over time, discipline creates predictability, confidence, reduced anxiety. When habits are automatic, decisions become easier, stress decreases, mental clarity improves, discipline removes chaos, freedom grows inside structure.
Section 41. Discipline versus motivation. Final truth. Motivation is emotional. Discipline is structural. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline stays. If you wait to feel motivated, progress slows. If you act through discipline, motivation follows. Discipline leads, motivation responds. Section 42. Long-term discipline is boring, and that's good. Sustainable discipline is boring. No drama, no constant excitement, just steady progress. Boring routines. Reduce decision fatigue. Increase reliability. Build trust with yourself. Discipline works best when it feels normal. Section 43. How to recover after falling off track. Everyone slips. Recovery matters more than failure. After missing days, avoid self-judgment. Restart with small steps. Reconnect with your system. Fast recovery strengthens discipline more than perfection. Section 44. Discipline as self-respect. Discipline is not punishment. It is self-respect. Every disciplined action says, "My future matters." Self-respect builds confidence. Confidence strengthens discipline. Section 45. Teaching your brain to trust you. Your brain learns from behavior. When you follow through, trust increases, resistance decreases, discipline strengthens. Broken promises weaken trust. Kept promises rebuild it. Start small, keep promises realistic. Section 46. Discipline compounds over time. Small disciplined actions compound. Daily effort becomes strong habits, clear identity, long-term success. Results appear slowly, but they last. Section 47. Discipline in everyday life. Discipline appears in morning routines, work habits, communication, health choices. You don't need dramatic changes. You need consistent ones. Section 48. Final discipline framework. Simple summary. Remember this framework. Start small. Build systems. Protect focus. Manage energy. Act before feeling ready. Recover quickly. Stay consistent. Discipline grows step by step. Final thoughts closing. Self-discipline is not about control. It is about alignment. When your actions match your values, discipline becomes natural. You don't become disciplined overnight. You build discipline daily. If this video helped you, subscribe to Psyche Motive for more content on mindset, psychology, and personal growth. Remember, discipline is not force. Discipline is freedom built slowly. Thank you for watching.